Buenos Dias a todas, and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Safari Mack in South America. Today, we are back with Jaguar Part 2. I am your guide and your host, helping you make connections to the wild. Ladies and gentlemen, tuning in each week to my video series has been just so great, and I really do appreciate all of you for your continuing support. As always, hit the like and subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Check out my Facebook page for some more interesting facts as well as updates from conservation projects around the world. And as always, if there are questions, feel free to send me an email, which you'll find the address down in the description below. But if we're all set and ready to go, let's continue our hunt with the Jaguar. Let's talk about the wild things. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Here's the first wild thing that I thought I might help you with. Often people get jaguar spots and leopard spots completely confused. Here, I wanted to show you a little example of how to identify which is which. Here you can see the leopard spots are kind of roseate shaped, right? Now, take a look at the jaguars. They have marks inside their roseate spots. These leopards don't. And of course, another major difference between leopards and jaguars, apart from where they're found in the world, where leopards are found only in the continents of Asia and Africa, and the jaguar being in South America, the jaguar is really a lot heavier built. They're much more stockier than their big cat cousins, the leopard. If you took another look at a leopard, you could see how they're a little more light in appearance. But we'll move on from there. Now, just like the leopard, jaguars are also known to be the big cat family that can come in the melanastic form. This is where humans have often accidentally called these creatures the Black Panther, when really the correct name is either black leopard or black jaguar. But just like black leopards, these cats are incredibly rare. In fact, usually it happens once out of every few thousand births naturally. It's just a recessive trait in their skin pigments, their skin color. It's very rare, but he or she will be like this for the rest of their lives. And one of their offspring may in time actually be born completely black. But really, that's all in genetics, and I'm no expert there. But let's continue on. Here's a really big wild thing. If we really want to think about it long and hard enough, as I said to you before, lions and even at one point cheetahs were at one point living in North America, as well as jaguars. But lions, all these creatures in time became extinct. The jaguar that we know today is the only creature left alive. But compared with North and South America, as well as the rest of the world, this is the only species of big cat found in the supposed New World, and not the Old. Another wild thing. At one point, jaguars were actually found in North America. They once patrolled around the states of parts of California, Texas, New Mexico, even Arizona. But they were eventually hunted into extinction right around to the late 1940s. Now, here though, there are actually very small, as you can see in the green right here, there are very small pockets of them in New Mexico and Arizona. So they still cling on, but they are critically endangered there. Now, despite this, the jaguar still has a completely strong foothold in South America, and they're currently listed as near threatened. However, they do face threats from ever-growing presence of humans and growing human conflicts. One of these examples, poaching. These cats can be killed for their skins, which can be sold as like a symbol of status, or even like for floor vanishings. Even their fangs and their bones are sold for high prices on the underground market. But one of their biggest problems that they're facing right now is deforestation. Now you would think, who would want to ruin these creatures' homes? Unfortunately, illegal logging takes place in the rainforest, especially in the Amazon, where a good portion of them roam those areas today. This illegal logging leads to their prey losing their homes, as well as the jaguar losing their homes, which in turn, because of either paper or other timber products, as well as just clearing the land to grow crops or to raise livestock, which in turn can lead jaguars to start hunting a farmer's cows, goats, and other animals. Thus, in return, the farmers often will kill these creatures for revenge for the loss of their livestock. In fact, sadly, between the years of 1998 to 2014, 220 out of 230 jaguars were all killed simply because the farmer wanted revenge for the loss of their livestock. Now, of course, we can't blame the farmer for killing a predator that's killing their livestock. I mean, they're only trying to make a living too. But really, it's from one action that leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another, so on and so forth. So this is where we have to consistently reconsider our actions and think, are we doing the right thing, or how else can we live in peace with these creatures? Thankfully, that's just what we're trying to do today. The jaguar is the top predator of South America. If they go, the whole food chain could easily collapse. But these creatures are more than just top apex predators. They really are a symbol of power, grace, and beauty. I mean, honestly, how many of you would like to go to their homelands and see them in the wild? I know I would. I would love to see that one day, maybe sometime in my life. But these creatures can bring in a lot of ecotourism if they are left alive and well protected. But how else can we protect them? Remember the illegal logging that I told you about? First of all, I'd like to show you the logo of the Forest Stewardship Council, which is an international non-governmental organization dedicated to promoting responsible management of the world's forests. Since its foundation in 1993, the FSC has grown to become the world's most respected and widespread forest certification system. So what this organization really does is that they make sure that timber companies or logging companies are actually replanting these forests so that animals still have a home to call their own. Because if this disappears, everything disappears. How else can we protect the jaguar? We could try to eat a little less meat, because a portion of our beef or other livestock that we want on our dinner table might come from another country. So be sure to buy if you want to eat meat, I say go ahead. But try to make sure that it's sourced from a responsible vendor, or that it doesn't come from another country. Because maybe those countries that are starving, they probably would like some of that meat too. But there's even more bright futures. Now, remember how I said that at one point jaguars were found in North America? Some people are actually beginning to think maybe we could try to reintroduce them to North America. So, like Arizona, New Mexico, in the areas where they once used to roam. Some people are up for it, but it can only work if everybody, the communities, governments, and conservation groups all cooperate. The biggest keyword, cooperation and dedication. If we can do that, then maybe we could see jaguar numbers rise in North America, and it could be for the better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once more for tuning in to my episode of South America's Top Predator. But now I'd like to hear from you down in the comments below. Which animal do you think we should do next? The maned wolf or the macaw? I'd like to leave you with the voting down in the comment section below. But until next week, this is Safari Mack, and I'll see you all out there in the wilds of South America. Till next time, adios.